riding from Chiantigiana, heading all the way through to Bologna, which was a long, long drive, but absolutely stunning. The only way to end the day is with a nice glass of wine and a jacuzzi in the town of Bologna. If you look behind me, you have the beautiful town, medieval town of Bologna, and it's beautiful. It's one place that you just really do need to check out because no one really talks about it, but it's such a beautiful place. So I'm going to enjoy this wine and then go out for some drinks and some dinner and mix with some of the locals, see if I can get some tips where to go to next.
So, Bologna is the largest and also the capital city of Emilia-Romagna region in northern Italy. It's a real treat, it's beautiful and very romantic, and I would definitely check it out.
So just arrived in Bologna. I'm stopping for some lunch. It's a nice Parmigiana Maloney, fresh orange juice. You can see in the background there, most beautiful view. I'll just give you a better view actually, one sec. So beautiful place to grab a refreshment. So catch you up in a little while.
So there's so many places to eat, and it's got gorgeous food, all these little restaurants and cafes tucked in all these different little locations. It's such an awesome place. Other places to visit are San Petronio Basilica, the University of Bologna, the Fountain of Neptune, and also all the way up the top of the mountain close by is the Sanctuary of the Madonna di San Luca. A lot of people walk up there. I rode the motorbike up there and cheated. Gives you breathtaking views all over the Bologna. It's amazing.
Okay, so I'm back in Bologna to pick up on my trip from where I left off last time. So the bike is here. I've got a few updates on the bike. Obviously I'm a complete amateur when it comes to touring, so it's all about learning as I go along. So what did I learn? I learned that using my GPS on my phone was kind of impractical if I wanted to get quick photos of anything with the phone. And I'm using a Samsung phone, it's a pretty good camera. So what I've decided to do is use my spare phone as the GPS. You can see it here. Yeah, so I've got it plugged in. So a spare phone with GPS, and I've hotspotted that off of my data. So that's an upgrade. So I should be able to use my iPhone, or should I say Samsung, as we go along. Also, I've got some good footage which I've not managed to edit yet with my GoPro, but it was kind of problematic because I was kind of holding it dangerously as I was driving around because I didn't have any decent mounts or attachments. So I did a little bit of research and I've got a few little add-ons, so I'm not sure how they're going to be, but you can see this little device here is a little tripod-y sort of, well, it's not tripod, similar sort of bendy. You can move it into different angles, and I'll try that later. Another thing is the tank bag. You can see here the tank bag, magnetic tank bag, goes onto the bike here, so I can put my phone, wallet, cards, change. You know, when you're driving around, if you do have to go through a toll road or you stop to get some fuel, it's nice to just have everything in the bag right there at the front. And because it's magnetic, it just pulls off. So when you stop and you're going to stay overnight in a hotel or something, the thing that I've learned is rather than have everything sort of tied and bungeed on the car, sorry, on the bike with these panniers, if you want to get inside them, you have to release all the bungees and stuff like that. So it's all about getting quick release stuff. So what I've also done is brought this little side bag that goes on the top of the pannier here. You see that there? So it's fully waterproof, and it straps on the side with these little clips here, so they come off pretty quickly. So if I'm stopping overnight, I've got all my clothes, all my toiletries, so it just clips off very easy. And I can leave the panniers on the bike. They're hard, so they're safe, no issues there. Talking about the GoPro, there's another little attachment on there, so that'll film me from behind. So give it a bit of context. As I was going along, I was just sort of filming the road. So So now you'll see me and the bike, and it looks a bit, it gives it a little bit more context. So hopefully the footage should be a bit better. Some more GoPro bits in here. Double chargers, because the batteries run out really quick on the GoPro. So I've got a way of charging up batteries multiple at a time, so that should help. Also in here I've got a battery tender. I'm going to fit that later when I get to Rome. It connects to the battery and it's got a cigarette lighter, so I can charge via USB on the go. That will save me using my batteries, and they can be for emergency, the battery top-ups. The helmet's pretty cool. Because I'm in a hot climate here, if you're wearing a full frontal, it can be a bit hot. But this one here by Shark, I'm not advertising for Shark, and I didn't get anything for free. It has the ability, or did have, let's see if I can move it around. There we go. Right, sorry, this bit comes over the mandible and locks into place as a full face frontal helmet. So if you do have to go along the highways, it's obviously safer to have a full faced helmet. So that's pretty much what I've got to do here. So when you're going around town at super speeds, I like to have it open. Now the problem is with a standard open face or a modular, which comes up and it stops there, it creates a lot of wind drag on your head, sort of a lot of pressure on your head if you're going at reasonable speed. So this one actually slides all the way round, goes to the other end, and provides a little bit of a counterbalance. So the helmet is actually all nice and evenly weighted without any drag from the wind. So that's all my little upgrades here at the moment. We'll see how they go as I go along. And so the idea today is to go to Florence, down the back roads, avoiding all highways, going through the nice twisty roads and hills of Tuscany, and then there's a road that everyone raves about. It goes through the Chianti wine region. It's called the Chiantigiana road, and there's apparently a little twist off of that that's even better, rather than doing the main drag. So that's my plan for this morning into the afternoon. I'll stop in Florence for some lunch. So I'll speak to you later.
Next on the agenda was to leave Bologna and head to Florence, but only shortly in Florence, because I've been in Florence a couple of times. So after that was an amazing road called the Chiantigiana, or the SR22. And this road is the Chianti wine road, leads you to absolutely breathtaking, beautiful countryside, and it ends up in Siena. So along the way there are huge vineyards, olive trees, charming small villages, medieval towns, and it is amazing to ride on a motorbike. It is fantastic. Then after that, arriving in Siena, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which is a beautiful fortified city, and it is just an amazing thing to visit, amazing place. I would definitely suggest taking your girlfriend or wife along, because it's one of the most romantic places I've ever been to. So definitely check that out. So next I've got to get on to Rome, a long stint to Rome. I'm going to have to take the highway.
Hi everyone, so I'm back in Rome to pick up again on this little motorbike tour. As I mentioned earlier, my friend Neil, the fear of missing out, the FOMO got too much for him, so he's bought a Ducati bike. It's a multi-strada, so he spent the last 6 days catching me up, going through France and Germany, and again through the Austrian Alps and into Italy. So he's now caught me up. He's about 10-15 minutes away. He's going to come see me now. I'm just going to show you a couple of things that I've done to the bike, which I've made upgrades on. Down here, if I can see, we've got a mains connection to the battery now. It goes up past the tank. It is a bit DIY, yes, but it's functional. Then it comes up into my tank bag. In my tank bag I've got all these multi-USB chargers. So now I've got a charge that's coming from the bike whilst I'm driving, charging up all my devices, phones, GPS, spare batteries, lithium batteries, because before I was limited, I was basically on the lithium batteries, and it was a pain. It was quite annoying and frustrating and fiddly, so I had to make sure I got plenty of batteries charged up. So now I can limit the amount of lithium batteries I've got and use them as just emergency, and I should be topped up pretty much as I go. And the phone I was using as a GPS, as I said, that was getting drained a bit, so that won't be an issue now, and I've got a spare phone I'm using that for. I'm reluctant to buy a full-on motorcycle GPS because I feel to date the Waze has just done me okay. You know, I've just switched off the motorways function and highways, and it's been okay. So the real test will be, because Neil's got a GPS specific for motorbike, I'm gonna, when we start doing a little ride today, we'll both pick the same destination. I'll turn off the motorways and toll roads. He'll pick his function, which is, I think it's called Epic Route, and we'll see how different they are. So these GPSs, they're really good, the proper GPSs, but they're about $500, $600. The top of the range are like $800. So is it worth it? I don't know. I'm going to see. If it's worth it, of course I'll buy one, but we'll test it. I think it's wise to test it rather than just go and spend the money and not really sort of know how much value it's going to add. That's it for now. So the next video you'll probably see me and Neil, because he's en route now to meet me. So cheerio.